Good morning, Alkesh. Can you make it
Hello.
show full?
Yeah, can you see the screen, madam?
It can be seen. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So good morning, everyone. I welcome you for today's event of Money Tarang third session. And for this session, we'll start the inauguration. First, I'd like to invite Dr. Sudhir Bhave, who is the current president for IPS West Zone, to please give his comments for the inauguration of this event.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Alkesh. I think it's again a great pleasure to be here on this platform. I mean, for the past few months, we have been seeing Darpan's creativity or her thoughts that have gone into it. I mean, her very idea of having one different aspect of art joined with mental health. I think that's a wonderful idea. And today's topic is especially very close to my heart since it happens to be music. And I'm sure, I mean, Darpan has a knack of catching just the right people, the right speakers, the right people who are experts in the field. So, very sure that is not only going to be educative, but also quite entertaining, edutainment, as you call it. So, thanks, Alkesh and Darpan, and I wish the program all success. I will have some problem with the connectivity, Darpan, so I'm not sure if I can be a witness to the entire program continuously, but maybe intermittently as my internet connection allows. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So thanks a lot, and again welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I'd like to introduce our chairperson for Art and Cultural Subcommittee, IPS West Zone, Dr. Darpan Kaur. She is the current professor of psychiatry department at MGM College at Navi Mumbai. She is the founder and consultant psychiatrist at Sadhguru Mindcare Mumbai. And she is also awarded with topmost leaders in mental health award currently. Recently, she received this award. And her interests are music, dance, poetry, creative writing, photography, and travel. I welcome you, ma'am, and please give your inaugural comment for this today's session.
Thank you very much, Alkesh, for the kind introduction. And thank you to Dr. Sudhir Bhave, sir, President of our IPS West Zone. Sir, thank you for your wonderful welcome to all the speakers, musical performers, and the delegates. So thank you so much for this wonderful introduction, Alkesh. And I'd like you to now just proceed to the overview slide so that I can introduce the program and the speakers and the musical performance. The first slide, Alkesh, the first slide. First slide. First slide. Yes, so I'd like to introduce our program, which is called as Man-e-Tarang. It's a monthly psychoeducative webinar series on art, culture, creativity, psychiatry, and mental health. This is under the aegis of our Psychiatric Society of Western Zone, the Art and Cultural Subcommittee. And today's program is themed on the topic on music and mental health. Our webinar series is following various aspects of creativity, and this is the third program in the Man-e-Tarang series. The first program was in January on poetry and mental health. The second program was on storytelling and mental health, and this is the third program in the webinar series on music and mental health. And today's program, we have three esteemed speakers who are psychiatrists and have a keen interest in music, have studied music, have learned music, perform music, like music. They shall be speaking and discussing the topic on music and mental health today. And after their discussion, we will be having three psychiatrists from our Western Zone who are having keen interest and perform music. They will be giving their musical performances. So I would like to introduce the program outline. The program outline in the musical performance will comprise by, we have three speakers, Dr. Shubhangi Parkar ma'am, Dr. Peter J. Castellino, and Dr. Fabian Almeida, who shall be speaking and discussing the topic on music and mental health. And we have three musical performances. The first one by Dr. Ankit Panchal on the divine flute, the second one by Dr. Lisa Barrows Mascarenas on the Soul Connect, and the third one by Dr. Sushil Gawande on keyboard, A Journey Inwards. And to help in this program, we have our keen role of our moderator, Dr. Alkesh Patil, who shall moderate the program and me in the role of chairperson person, it is indeed a great honor for me to introduce this topic and welcome the speakers and the musical performers and also the delegates who will be attending the program. Thank you so much. So with this, I'd like to welcome our first esteemed speaker on the topic of music and mental health. It's an honor to welcome Dr. Shubhangi Raghunath Parkar. Madam is the Dean and Professor at Vedanta Institute of Medical Sciences, Dahanu, Palghar. She's been the former Dean at CGS Medical College and KM Hospital. She's former professor and HOD with 25 years of experience at Department of Psychiatry, GS MC and KMH Hospital, and Chief of De-Addiction Center of Excellence at KM Hospital, Mumbai. She is a Marathi writer, lekhika, and a staunch animal lover. She's published various national and international articles, chapters, in academic journals and books. So we welcome you, ma'am, and thank you so much to accepting our invitation. Alkesh, we will proceed with one speaker and then we welcome ma'am and then we'll welcome the subsequent speakers. So
Okay,
over
ma'am.
to you, Parker ma'am. Thank you so much. Welcome, Dr. Shubhangi Raghunath Parker ma'am.
Welcome, madam.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Darpan. Thank you, the team, IPS. I think this is a very good program, which is really the role of the art, music is really understated. But I am happy that Indian Psychiatric Society West Zone branch is doing such a good work. Thank you so much. In a world where stress and imbalance frequently disrupt our lives, the ancient practice, and I'm going to mention the Ayurveda because that's the first where I found, offers a harmonious pathway to health and well-being. Integral to this holistic system which Ayurveda has is the profound impact of music, sound, tools. We all know about the Om mantra, or Soham mantra that have been used for centuries to promote healing. Remember that the whole concept is to promote healing and restore balance, not just the body, but the body and the mind. Imagine stepping into the serene atmosphere while the melodies and vibrations fill the space. And the space is that Pancha Mahabhuta, the Akash. Okay, I am going to talk about this more because I'm undergoing a training in this, soothing tension almost instantly. This is the power of sound, healing in Ayurveda, how experiences turn a sound beyond relaxation into an inner and outer connection that touches deeper areas of consciousness and physical health. It is called as a prana. That is the vital energy, a life energy. From the rhythmic chants of the Vedas to meditative sounds of traditional instrument, music and sound have been interwoven with Ayurvedic practice for 5,000 years ago. Today, the wellness communities recognize the benefit of holistic practice. Many historically excluded groups such as racial, ethnic, and sexual minorities and people with disabilities face systemic injustice. I stay in tribal area and I can see they are deprived. I mean, that has changed my life and thinking about the minorities and the tribal, and they see so much traumatic experience that can deeply impact their mental health. Research support the idea that discrimination, a type, a trauma increases risk for mental health, while music has shown promise in providing a safe and supportive environment for healing trauma, which comes because of the social aspect, because of the marginalization, because of the discrimination, and they build resilience while decreasing anxiety levels and improving the functioning depression. Okay, so music therapy is an evidence-based therapeutic intervention using music to accomplish health and educational goals such as improving mental wellness, reducing stress, alleviating pain. Music therapy is offered the setting such at the schools and hospital. Research supports that engaging in music, making activities such as drumming circles, songwriting, group singing, which I see in the tribal, that give them a lot of happiness, the release of the tension, and the release of the stress. Genres such as hip hop, jazz, blues, rhythm, and blues, and of course, Bollywood music, I like all. Like folk. I like a lot of bharurs, which have historically served as a platform for marginalized voices. They talk about their voices, repressed voices, enabling them to reclaim probably their socially, narratives and challenges in societal norms. So this is very important. So what about the fact music therapy and memory disorders? I'm going to talk about this. I have read somewhere the music, especially in John Hopkins, the music for the Parkinson not only improve the quality of life, but it improves the voice, the sound, the production of the voice. Okay, so clinical music therapy is use of music within therapeutic relationship. So it goes from all treatment like assessment, planning, implementation, which elements or factors should be included. So this should be done, of course, by trained music therapists. We had these programs in Mumbai, which was run by MET, and I used to be a constant lecturer visiting guest faculty there. So this is a very important what music done, a purpose of music therapy or music provide structure and meaningful engagement in a positive factor, enhance daily living in an individual or group setting, promote communication and self-expression through singing and active music making, and improve mood and increase energy. Remember that there is a lot of relationship of music with a vital force like energy. Encourage physical movement. People dance. I mean, I see in tribal, they really dance so freely. They sing so freely. Their folk music, which conveys something. For example, a girl who is getting married, there is a sound like don't go, and don't forget. If you go, don't forget your maher, your people, and that's so musical, and people dance with catching each other hands, and then they sing so loudly, just giving message that you are connected to your mother's family too. So this also decreases stress and agitation through predictable, pleasurable experiences. Okay, so memory disorders generally which are worked upon: Alzheimer, vascular dementia, frontotemporal dementia, dementia caused by injuries, mild cognitive impairment, sensory stimulation. So personality engagement, validating and comforting. A source of meaningful experience. Music is source of meaningful experience. I remember I used to tell my students, who had a broken love affair, tell them, don't listen to Hindi music which always talk about Viyog from the love. Okay, because music is that effective. The student used to feel more depressive. They used to remember the same music. I think this is a very important. Instead, we have to get into the music. We sometimes in the raga, some ragas definitely are creating the happy vibrations, the content vibrations around, like Bhageshri, which is such a beautiful raga. So we have to use the music by a thoughtful process, by assessing, and which music probably, is good or is appreciated by the person on whom we are going to use the music. So we must know that there is nothing like the slow music or the shastriya ragas are only helpful. They are helpful because there is a lot of work is done. But even jazz, also is going to be helpful sometimes, to slow down the rhythm of the mind. It music helps definitely in balancing autonomic nervous system. Some of the music increases the parasympathetic tone. So I think that's what I want to say. It's a lot to go, but this is what the music about, the beautiful song for the beautiful mind. That's how I think music is. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shubhangi Parkar, ma'am. You have provided very, very rich and beautiful insights in the theme of music and mental health. We thank you so much for sharing your insights, ma'am. And I suggest you that at the end of the music, all the three speakers finish their talk, and at the end of the musical performances, if the participants, if they would like to ask any questions, we will take them all together at the end. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So, I now would like to welcome our second speaker in today's speaker talks on music and mental health. We have with us Dr. Peter J. Castellino. He is the founder and managing director of COOJ Mental Health Foundation, which runs a suicide prevention program in Goa and is a consultant psychiatrist in his own practice. His year completes 10 years of the Distress Suicide Helpline, which is a part of network of helplines and befrienders worldwide. He has initiated programs in psychosocial or rehabilitation of people with psychological disabilities as well as geriatric dementia care, and besides creating community mental health services. He is past president of the Psychiatric Society of Goa, was a member of the Goa State Mental Health Authority, is a member of the Disability Commission of Goa, and chairman of the State IMA Committee on Suicide Prevention and Substance Abuse. He is a member of International Association for Suicide Prevention, fellow of Indian Psychiatric Society, and has received the Bagadia Award from them for community work. His project Geriatric Digital Intervention Program won the prestigious Pre-Perspectives Award in Switzerland in 2022. So we welcome you, Dr. Peter Castellino, sir, and we look forward to your interesting insights on music and mental health. And we believe and understand that you are a musician and a psychiatrist. So we really look forward to this present talk of yours. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Darpan. Can you hear me? Am I
Yes.
audible? Yes. Okay. Just a disclaimer: I am not a musician. Okay, I do not know where that thing came from. The only instrument I can play is my radio, right? But I'm happy for inviting me. In fact, when you called me, I was wondering what am I going to speak on music therapy, because as a psychiatrist, we're so used to prescribing medication. Having said that, this is the beautiful time of the carnival in Goa, where it's all about music, dance, fun, and frolic. And therefore, I'm wearing my colorful carnival shirt today. And yeah, so when I was going back and I began to understand that we have been running actually a music therapy program at our rehab center, both in a group level as well as at an individual level for both populations, two subsets of populations. That is, one is those having severe mental illness, and the other one is the geriatric population. So people with dementia, with Parkinson's, basically early dementia, Parkinson's, seniors with depression, and it has worked. It's in fact, as psychiatrists, we are limited in our practice, and it's very important that we open ourselves to other therapies which can help. And music is one such. And music helps because it's something which resonates with people. Right from the time when we were children, we learned the alphabet by singing it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We all know this song. Till today, we can sing it. And we know the music along with the alphabet. We learned do, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun from Sound of Music. And today we know our do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do because of this song. So there are from right from the beginning, music helped in learning. Today, we can help our clients who have learning issues, who have memory problems, to learn using music. Now, what I'm going to give you is a few techniques. I mean, Dr. Shubhangi Parker laid the ground, the history of music therapy, the importance of music therapy, but I will give you certain techniques that we have used in our center, and maybe it'll give us some ideas of how to do music therapy. So we use it, one, as I said, in learning. The second is in improving concentration. Now, here we use two techniques. In improving concentration, we'll either play a song, and we will ask people to recognize like we'll say a word, love. How many times does love come in this song? Yeah, so they have to actually pay attention and count the number of word love that comes in that song. So they have to pay attention. The second thing is they have to see there are two ways of listening to music, to a song. One is passively, where we just, on a rough day, we don't really want to get into the lyrics. We just want to listen to the music and just enjoy it. But active listening is actually going into the depths of the lyrics and trying to understand what the song is trying to impart to us. What is the meaning that we get from that song? And so we ask our clients in the group to listen to the words and interpret the meaning of the song as best as they see it. So we do this. One is to improve concentration, but also to improve active listening and to get an expression of the song and the music, how they interpret it. So we use it in that. We use the third technique is through storytelling. We use music in terms of storytelling. So we'll ask the person to write the lyrics of a song. And sometimes they're not, some people are able to write a whole song, or we begin to improvise. So we start with one person starting a song. I went to the market today. And then the next person continues it. The next person may say, and I bought some potatoes. The third one says, but the potatoes were too expensive. I didn't have any money. So what I realized over here is they begin to start thinking. It improves their thought process and they begin to tell a story from there. It's important over here to understand that you do not need to know music. You can be a croaker in music therapy, but as long as you can make a sound, yeah, that helps in the flow. Yeah. So in storytelling, through writing, through singing, and through improvising as the song processes and goes along. Then it helps in emotional expression. Now, in emotional expression, we use different techniques. So we all come into the group and we'll say good morning. But each one has to say good morning in a different mood state. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, how are you? So that good morning is a very lively, bubbly good morning. Or good morning. Good morning. I'm not feeling good. I'm feeling blue. So that's a very depressive thing. So we help them to understand emotions through different expressions. Now, this can happen through song. It can happen through musical instruments. So we give them, and you don't need to be a musician again. We give them percussion instruments, which are the most easiest. We'll give them cymbals. We'll give them small tablas. We'll give them just a thali and a spoon. Yeah, and each one has to make music depending on their mood state. So initially, it's all chaotic. It's all chaotic. It's like the drum circle, right? It's like the drum circle. It's very chaotic. And then slowly we begin to see everyone blending in. They're all coming into the same rhythm. They're all coming into the same mood state. So we start with loud banging, and then we come to something more subtle, more smooth, more calming, more relaxing. And that's how we help them. And then they actually speak out what they were feeling, what they were going through when they were kind of percussing those instruments. In emotional expression, emotional expression can also come when you play music which resonates with them. Yeah, and they interpret that music in terms of from where they are, from the point that they are in. They may be happy at that time, they may be sad, or these music can actually trigger memories of the past. It can trigger memories which are maybe painful, or like Dr. Shibangi said, if someone is going through a breakup and you play a music which is very romantic, okay, it can actually trigger off issues that the person had in that relationship. Then we use it in emotional healing, in mood state healing. Now, again, over here, it's important. So we use the ISO technique. The ISO technique over here is now if a person is depressed, okay, we will play music to match his mood state. Because if you play a very upbeat music when a person is depressed, it is not going to match. In fact, he's going to feel a lot more distressed. Or if a person is very angry and you play a happy music, it's not going to resonate with him. So at that time, maybe something like heavy metal. Yeah, heavy metal will actually resonate with someone who's very angry. So, and then what we do is once he settles into that tone, then we can slowly change the pace of the music from something which is very sad, bring it up a little bit a tone higher, systemically desensitize the person, I would say, and bring the music up. Let him then begin to feel happier. If he was feeling sad, start with the sad music and then bring it up and lift up the pace and the tone of the music. We also use something called vibroacoustic therapy. Now, vibroacoustic therapy is something very interesting. It is where we play low tone vibrations, okay? Low tone vibrations with a slow paced music. So it's very interesting to hear. And where this helps is actually it kind of sparks off a kind of an energy within the body, and that energy then begins to heal. It begins to stimulate your cognition, it begins to stimulate your memories, it begins to stimulate your mind, and it actually begins this process of healing. So what we do over here, and generally vibroacoustic therapy, or the VAT, we do not do it so much in a group. We do it unless if the group is homogeneous and they have similar issues. We do it on a one-on-one. And again, I'm not the expert. Please, I know I'm using these big terms, but I'm not the expert. I have learned all this from my music therapist. Yeah. And I've learned all this from observing. Okay. I have not learned it, I mean, from formal training. So please don't quote me. Um, then we use it in people to improve confidence in, especially those who have social anxiety. Like we find a lot of, and I remember very clearly a client of ours. She came into our senior therapy center, and we literally had to force her because she was very isolated for many years, and that's what's happening in Goa right now. A lot of seniors are living in these huge Portuguese homes, okay, and they're just one person or two people living in those homes because everyone has migrated outside Goa, you know. So she came in with this low confidence. She would not go out. She would not go out for any functions. Somehow we brought her into our group. And she had actually blocked in her memory. She couldn't even remember songs. But she remembered, My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. So she remembered that song. So what we did is we put the entire group into a group and we had a performance of My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean. So in that, she was very hesitant to sing, but we sang it around every day. We sang it and then she got confident in singing it in the group. Then what we did is we broke the group into 3 parts. So there were 15 members in the group. We made it 5, 5, 5. She was in one group, so she still had the support of a group to sing My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean. And she sang it. Then what we did is we said each member in the group has to sing one line solo. So then from having a full group support to having a part group support to then singing that one line alone, slowly she began to sing the whole line alone. Not only did she have the confidence to sing that song by herself, she began to integrate with the others because she had fun. Initially, the anxiety was so much, but then she began to have fun. So it really helps in desensitization, and especially someone with social anxiety. We do it with song, we do it with instruments. Relaxation and breathing. So we all are looking out for techniques to ground a person when he is feeling very anxious. And one grounding technique we know is breathing, right? Concentrating and focusing on our breath because that is a constant. But a lot of people are so chaotic in their mind that they are not able to ground onto a breath because their mind is so active, they're not able to focus. So again, here we use music instruments to ground them. So we start with, again, random beats. As I told you earlier, in a circle, like a drum circle, we start with random beats. And as they're getting in more cued into those beats, some kind of memory, some kind of learning is happening. And as that learning happens, they begin to slowly the muscle memory works, and through the muscle memory, they are able to then slow down the rhythm and get into a pace and then focus on that pace. And that really helps in, and we do it initially just very random, and then we pair the beat with the breath, and that helps to then relax the person. I don't know whether I have time. 37. Yes, I've done. My 10 minutes is over. But I just want to tell you that when I was just researching and singing, and I never knew this, but singing has been termed as the mega vitamin for the brain. So whether you're a singer or a croaker, I think music is good and we should all use it. Forget it. One is in our daily practice, but in our own lives. I mean, as I say today, if you come to Goa, you'll see people are all out on the streets singing, dancing, making merry, and just feeling a sense of well-being and happiness and purpose in life. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Peter Castorino. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, I can. I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a really wonderful and deeply insightful session listening to you. And Alkesh, show the next slide a little later. One second. Yes. So, Dr. Peter, I think listening to you and you, I think, pepped us all up. And there have been wonderful insights. I think while you were singing, and you were, saying those rhymes and your songs, and it pepped me up as well. And I was like able to connect. And I thought that, okay, should I also dance on the rhythm that you set for the show?
We
So
have 3 musicians coming in later. We can all start the
yeah,
dance session.
so it just, music has the power to, connect. And we put some of our musical performances that it's like a journey inwards. And music, connects. It connects to our psyche, it connects to our soul, it connects to our heart. And it's a path. And you rightly put in different beats, different songs, and a lot of application that, we've attended and understood musical performances. But listening to the insights of Dr. Shubhangi Parkar ma'am and her linking, our ancient music, and you bringing in different aspects of maybe a little bit about Western influences on music and how we can relate all of it to the applications to psychiatry, to research, to our own clinic, as well as subtle areas where music can help link to enhance spirituality. So when you all were speaking, music connects us and brings us all together. So it's also like kind of a path for people to, connect each other, experience each other, and even experience spirituality and universal consciousness. So a lot of areas, music can give huge creative insights as well as has tremendous applications. And I really appreciate you, Dr. Peter, when you mentioned that, you quoted some research as well, and you said that this is what you've learned from someone else. But listening to you, I can quote you, there's a lot that we learned from you as well. So it's been very wonderful listening to you. And I'm sure that everyone who's attending this program, the psychiatrist, can think of novel and creative ways how they will be able to apply it to their own, practice, research, or bring in some new research studies, or see how further it can be taken to, some programs, some interventions at a much higher level. So thank you so much, Dr. Peter. And I hope that you stay around towards the end of the program, because there may be some participants who would like to, share their thoughts, and or I would like to ask you a question. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, so now I welcome the third speaker in our music and mental health speaker session. We have with us Dr. Fabian Almeida. He is a psychiatrist, counselor, and motivator with work experience in the UK. And I'm having a little, I think, sore throat, but I'm trying my best to pep it up. And so he has 25 years in the field of mental health. He's trained at KEM Hospital, Mumbai, and I think he's a UG of Mahatma Gandhi Mission's Medical College, and he's the founder director of Wellspring Counseling Clinic, Kalyan West, the Happy Nest at Kalyan West. He's a senior psychiatrist at Fortis Hospital and Shri Hospital, Kalyan West, Profita Counseling Services, Matungais. Presently, he's the IPS Task Force for Art and Psychiatry. Wow, he's been the ex-convener of IPS Task Force for COVID-19 mental health care. previous executive committee member of BPS, past secretary, Thana Psychiatric Society, Kalyan IMA, Kalyan Medical Club, ex-president, St. Luke's Catholic Medical Guild, has a degree in fashion designing and applied arts and an MBA in hospital administration and health sciences, conducted over 3,500 seminars and workshops all over India and abroad. I can't still see one line at the bottom. So I think with that, I'd like to welcome Dr. Fabian Almeida, and we would love to listen to your thoughts and insights. And we know that you love music as well, and I'm sure that you have the potential to be a musical performer. I think you already are. So we welcome you to the show, Dr. Fabian Almeida. Thank you.
Thank you, Darpan. Thank you so much. And I hope I'm audible. Yes?
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, I'm using the green room of the auditorium where we are attending the AP Patkar oration ceremony as of now. So don't focus on the background, focus on the foreground. Okay. Yes. It was a pleasure listening to my teacher, Dr. Patkar, and my good friend, Dr. Peter. And they shared so many valuable insights. The disclaimer runs the same. I do not sing and I don't play any musical instrument, but technically I do play the mouth organ, as I always say, right? But besides being Darpan's good friend, I think music has been an integral part of my life. So what I would like to do is do a little bit of experience sharing and a few take-home messages that only, I think, re-emphasizes the essence of mental health and music. Well, beginning from my childhood, I remember our family where music was a very important part of our childhood. My parents, and I was the youngest of three, my elder brother, my sister, and myself, we would listen to Radio Ceylon in those days, and it would be beautiful for five people sitting with their ears tuned to this and using requests for relatives in the family, friends and cousins who were out of Mumbai, and making our own farmaish as well for what was required. Those were the early days of music that we could hang on to and feel good about. And Sundays, yes, after coming back from church, my dad would put on music and we would get dance lessons from my dad and we would all follow him to do those steps. But it was an exercise in happiness and probably throwing away our inhibitions and the happy time for the family. And Sundays have always continued to be special because of that element of music that was associated with it. I remember my dad telling me stories while he was in the hostel away from home. He at Don Bosco's at Matunga, he would play for the school band and he would play the trumpet, he would play the saxophone, he would play all of this. And later, because he had a few breathing problems, he had to give that up, but he managed to continue to play, and that was the real mouth organ. And he would play that for us, and we would listen and admire those skills. Later in school, I joined the school band and I managed to play the flute. I loved the flute at that point of time, and I could do the national anthem and I could do the side march, etc. Nini the Mamasa. It was beautiful to have that as an outlet again for the time that could be well spent and coming together of all the bandmates together. We could bunk a few classes and sit and practice music and enjoy time together. As we went ahead, I think music continued to be an element which was good. My brother took to the guitar, and my brother has a golden voice. He sings so beautifully well. And every time we had a family get together or party, we would love to hear him sing. My sister fell in love with my brother's best friend, who was also a musician and a guitarist. So there was music that came into the family again. And believe me, if we have a family party, we really don't require any outside music. It is people there who play their musical instruments, who sing a song, and we all fall in line together. And therefore, music binds together as well. Music can help foster a happy childhood. And that is what I have learned. Uh, Music also fosters happy memories. So I'm sure all of us have some song or the other that is attached to a beautiful, pleasant memory. And when we need to bring those happy memories together, listening to that song and that conditioning can help us so much better. And that is something that we teach our patients as well to utilize this. I would like people to share, taking advantage of the synergy of the group that is there, put it in the chat box, your happy song, your sad song, What type of music do you like to listen to? What is that one song that you really love? And we could learn from those inputs, and that shared with us, we could multiply the effect of this wonderful seminar, this webinar that we are having. Uh, I remember when we are talking about music and memories, I remember when my wife and I had gone, we were newly married, and we had gone on this trip with a whole group of people on the travels to Simla. And the last night of the trip, when we had a campfire, and they asked my wife to sing again. My wife has a wonderful voice and she sings very beautifully. So they made her sing, and she sang the song for me. हमें तुमसे प्यार कितना. So when she sang this, it had such a special memory for me that till today, if I listen to that song anyway, I feel the love of my partner with that song for me. So music has magic of memories attached to it, and we can all use that. My dad's favorite song, he liked to dance with my mom on this song, Can I Have the Last Dance with You? And the second line goes as, Let this dance go on forever. And now that my dad is no more, every time my mom listens to that song, she has a tear in her eye, but she has those wonderful memories of the times they danced together to that song. So music can work magic with the memories that are attached to it, and therefore that's beautiful. All the songs of the movie QSQT, Qayamat Se Qayamat Tak, that was the time I stepped into college, 11th, and my experience of first love, etc. So all of those songs spring in love in my heart, and I love them right from Papa Kehte Hai to all of them. So again, the magic of memories. Well, with all of this, we realize that music can strengthen and support. And what you could not see properly, the last line there, Darpan, was about the program that we did online called Man Darpan. So when we had the pandemic that was there, the pandemic was a time of when we had the unfolding of a parallel pandemic of problems of the mind. And then I struggled with getting to learn things online, and the boom was the Zoom meetings that we had. And I started a program called Mandarpan, and we would meet every Saturday at 6 o'clock online. And we continued this for 100 episodes and more, continuously back into back, even when I was in the hospital with COVID. But that was something that gave energy to all of us, our patients, other people together, and most of our psychiatric friends. I've invited them as people to speak during those times. And we had sunshine stories and lived experiences from people with problems. But above all, at every episode, we had somebody sing a song to motivate, inspire, or to cheer everyone through that pandemic. And we did that for all 100 episodes and more. And it was so appreciated that people would write into us and say, I can sing. Can I sing for the next episode? And that incoming of wonderful talent was useful for everybody who was listening. So music can strengthen and support, and I saw that all through our episodes and working of Mandarpan. The daycare that I have and patients that come in, we use music with them as well. We have music for them to dance, we have music for them to listen to, we have music for them to respond, we have music for them to act to, and then their farmaish, what they would like. And music can bring out the best from each one of them. They can throw their inhibitions at that point of time, and probably all that mental conditioning that has happened for the better from childhood till now is something that helps each one of them. So that has been great. And finally, music can bring about creativity and bonding. If I have to give an example of my wife, who's a teacher, she's good at music, like I said, and every time they have a welcome song that is required for the annual day or a farewell song that is required for somebody's retirement, I think and compose a song, the lyrics of which, and she puts the music to it and gets them, trains the kids to sing or trains the teachers to sing. So bring about the creativity, bring out the bonding is something that works. And finally, what we tell our patients is to try and have your own playlist for yourself. So if you know what you like to listen to when you're down and out, then keep that ready and prepared, because when we are down and out, that time we are chaotic in our mind. That time there is no clarity. But if we have the playlist ready, it could just go on for us and help us. The magic of instrumental music has worked well for me when I want to plan, when I want to prepare. I need an empty head to be fertile with creativity. It is then when I listen to instrumental music Kenny G on the saxophone has always been great for me, and Bollywood saxophone has been something that has inspired me. So please, in your chat box, do write your happy song, your sad song, motivational song, inspirational song, or WhatsApp me directly, and we would like to capitalize from that. I would like to end with the lines that I feel very powerful, and that is sing like nobody is listening, love like you've never been hurt, dance like no one is watching, and live like it's heaven on earth. Thank you, Darpan, for having me today. All the best to everyone.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fabian Almeida. It has been very wonderful listening to you, sir, and all the wonderful insights you shared on the role of, right from your childhood, your journey, your family, your the programs that you're conducting, your dad's role into shaping your love for music. And I correctly said that you have the potential for music, and through the program, I came to know that you have been playing these musical instruments and you are a musical performer. Okay, so it's very wonderful, and I think that you ended it on very nice perspectives that for the patients that they can take home, and the creative insights that you can write the song and your wife can add the music and it can be and then somebody else has performed on it. So I think this brings a lot of satisfaction and lot of positive mental health, that good work that you're doing it, and you're linking your love for community mental health. So I think that all the three speakers have shared their own perspectives, their own experiences with their love for music, and how and their role of psychiatrist and their passions, they've linked it all, and music has been a wonderful medium for them to spread happiness in the world. Okay, thank you so much. So Dr. Fabian, please stay back. In another 15 minutes, we aim to finish these performances, and then if the audience wants to ask a question to the panelists and the performers, we'll just quickly have a 5 to 10 minutes. Alkesh will moderate a question answer, and then we close the session. So we are now to the most awaited session of today's webinar series. We have three musical performances. The first one is the Divine Flute, and we have Dr. Ankit Panchal. Dr. Ankit Panchal is an MBBS from BJ Medical College, Ahmedabad. He is an MD Psychiatry from BJ Medical, Ahmedabad. He's currently working as consultant psychiatrist at Civil Hospital, Nadiad, Gujarat. We welcome you, Dr. Ankit Panchal, sir, and we look forward to your performance on the Divine Flute. Over to you. Alkesh, can you just highlight Dr. Ankit Panchal?
Yeah. Dr.
Yeah.
Ankit?
Is he there?
Yeah, he's there.
Maybe
I'm there. I'm audible.
Yeah.
audible. Can you start your Alkesh, can you ask the admin to spotlight Dr. Panchal?
I'm visible.
Yes. Yes, you're audible and you're visible. Yes, sir. Thank you. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for inviting me as a performer in this first of its kind of Zoom meeting I ever attended. And just I want to say some few words regarding the flute. It's a kind of a divine instrument that's related to the God Krishna, and that's connect me to the religion also, and it's also improve the breathing exercise. So I am just playing a first tune of Lord Krishna. That's a morning tune. Just listen the
Ankit sir, we are not able to hear.
Yes, the audio is not coming, sir. It began, the audio came, but I think
And then it
maybe,
stopped.
yes, yes. Maybe if you moved a little far, then the microphone may not be catching. So I suggest you to come close to the mic.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
It's coming.
No, no. Please try again. It came the first time for 1 second.
When you're speaking, it's coming. Then mute is not.
Is it coming? I'm playing, but the sound is not coming there.
Yeah, what you're speaking is coming, but
Yes.
music is not coming.
Yes. So your voice is audible. The flute music, when you began, it came. But now,
You can
after
turn
1
lateral
second, it
so
did
that
not
the
come.
you can turn little lateral so that music will come from.
It's coming.
So my suggestion to you is put the flute tip towards the device. Try that.
It means the
No,
down, other side of
the tip of the end of the flute.
this
The-
side. Yeah.
Yeah, just move a little further and see if how the musical instrument works. So you would be knowing. mm,
I
Sir,
have also unmuted the.
अंकित जी जो फ्लूट
Yes.
का एंड है वो फ्लूट का
No,
end
it's doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. अच्छा
No,
आ
no.
नहीं रहा है.
But why the sound is not coming there? I'm speaking, that is coming, but the flute is not coming over the
सर
sound.
आप थोड़ा दूर से ट्राई कर सकते हैं या
Yeah.
एक थोड़ा सा दूर में ट्राई करते हैं. थोड़ा सा दूर में. हाँ. So it's not coming.
Not coming. So what can we do?
Sir, you can make a video and I'll share this thing to everyone.
Okay.
Madam, you're mute. Darpan, madam, you're mute. Darpan, madam, you're mute.
Let's take some other performer.
Darpan, madam, you're mute. Darpan, madam, you're mute.
Dr. Ankit, what we suggest you can, if you have somebody's laptop, maybe you can try logging in, one thing, and we'll get to the second and the third performer. So you'll get time. And if you can get someone's laptop or some other mobile device, then we can once again try towards the end and we'll move to the next performer.
Okay, thank you.
We'll come back if you can log in with the laptop. Thank you. So over to the next performer, and Alkesh, can you share the next? Okay, we have a second performance on Dr. Soul Connect by Dr. Lisa Barros Mascarenas. She is a member of the Art and Cultural Subcommittee of the IPS Western Zonal Branch. She's working in clinical research, residing in Goa, and is a consultant psychiatrist from Goa. So we welcome you, Dr. Lisa, and thank you so much for agreeing to be a part of the musical performance. And thank you so much for accepting the invitation, and we look forward to your musical performance. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Darpan.
Alkesh, I want your admin to remove the spotlight from Dr. Ankit Panchal and maybe put the spotlight on Dr. Lisa. Is she visible? Yes, she's visible on the screen. Yes, okay, fine.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Darpan. And I couldn't agree more with our esteemed speakers that how big is the impact of music in mental health. I mean, hailing from Goa, in many families, you'll either find somebody either learning music in the kids or the adults who know music and connect with each other. because I think it goes a long way in helping them de-stress, be it exam time for children, as well as the adults and older people, where it helps them connect, it bonds families, and somewhere it kind of, triggers a chord which helps them be happy in moments when they feel lonely, etc. So I think somewhere I myself had forgotten about music. So thanks to my son learning music, I have started playing again, I would say. So I would like to lead you all into a brief session. I think it would be like a brief relaxation session with the help of the keyboard. So if everyone is comfortable, I would suggest if you could close your eyes, if you're comfortable, else just sit comfortably wherever you are. We'll suggest to take a deep breath in, breathe out. And as you breathe in and out, be aware of the breath sounds. And slowly we shall go into hearing the different instrumental sound of the keyboard. Thank you, everyone. You can open your eyes. I hope I could help you all de-stress a bit, especially after the stressful week that has gone by. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Ratan.
Thank you, Dr. Lisa. And I think we could listen to your musical performance, most of the notes, but I'm not sure of the last note. The microphones maybe could catch it or not, but it was wonderful to listen to your live performance. And it's very good that you, linked it with some mindfulness and some relaxation. And I think that it has excellent therapeutic potential to use it for, relaxation exercises and combining it with music. So thank you so much, Lisa, for a great performance. And please stay back towards the end of the panel so that the participants would like to ask you some questions. Or the third musical performer, can we have Dr. Sushil Gawande? Alkesh, can you please show the series slide? So the next presentation is on keyboard, a journey inwards, and Dr. Sushil Gawande, who is a professor at Department of Psychiatry. Alkesh, you'll have to ask the administrator to admin to remove the spotlight from Dr. Lisa. Has he removed the spotlight? Yes, yes. So we have Dr. Alkesh, Dr. Sushil Gawande. He is a professor of, one second. We have with us Dr. Sushil. Yeah, is he visible? Yes. So we have Dr. Sushil Gawande, who is Professor, Department of Psychiatry, NKPIMS Nagpur, President of Psychiatric Society Nagpur, Chairman Art and Psychiatry, IPS PG Education Committee of IPS Western Zonal Branch. He's an academics, gold medal in all psychiatry exams, MD, DPM1, DPM2. He has more than 30 national and 7 international publications. He's written books on techniques of positive thinking in Marathi and English, cyber psychiatry, and authored chapters chapters in various books, including textbooks published by Bal Bharati Pune and a non-academic book for interns. He's on editorial board of eminent journals. He's a team member for IPS guidelines for screen use, and his hobbies includes music. He's composed various songs, well-acclaimed flutist in various dramas written and directed. So we welcome you, Dr. Sushil Kavande. Over to you for your musical performance. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Darpan. Thank you. Am I visible
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and audible too?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Okay, Darpan, is my keyboard visible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Keyboard is visible.
Keyboard is visible. Now it won't be visible because I'm putting it on the stand.
Okay, okay,
But
sir.
my sound is completely
Yes.
audible, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
first of all, namaskar to Shubhangi ma'am, and very good morning, Fabian dear. Hi. So I told Darpan it's a busy time for me. My daughter is in 10th standard, but then she convinced me for this, and that's the reason on Sunday morning I'm here. I dropped her for a class and came back. So first I will play the some notes and let me know whether it is audible or not, right? Is it audible?
Yes.
Darpan, is it completely audible or very feeble?
Not completely audible.
Okay, I'll take it very. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Is it completely audible now?
See the output box that is there, just
Hmm.
raise it a little bit more because on the screen it's coming half. The output of the keyboard, the last, it's fairly
Yes, yes, yes. No, no, it is very clear,
raise it a
close
little
to the
bit more.
laptop, very
Yes, yes,
close to the
perfect,
laptop
perfect.
now you see.
Yes, very clear.
It's audible now.
Completely audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Darpan, completely audible? Okay.
yes, yes.
So I thought on this Sunday morning, play some soothing music. And this is the music when I come back from the clinic, I play and children, they
Just one
listen
thing,
and
Dr. Sushil, your
Ah,
face is not coming in the screen.
yes, yes, yes. Because I have brought the microphone very close to the
Okay, so
synthesizer.
you're only till the neck you're visible. Now
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
are seen.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I know that. So you must have heard a very famous tune. Hey, hey, la, 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 la. So what I did with this tone, I have connected few songs, few melodies, and that I would play. Uh, Darpan audible? Darpan audible? Music audible?
No,
Light,
sir.
so very faint. No.
Now?
Play some more tunes, sir.
Now?
No, it's just coming electronic. Just move a little bit away. Yes, sir. Now try. No.
Think then I need to log in through the mobile. That would be easy.
Just, I think the first time when you did was fine. You just set it a little bit, lift it up. Yes. Move it a little bit away, a little bit away. Yeah. Can you try now?
Darpan, I will try it from the mobile.
Okay, sir. We'll just hold.
Just a minute. I will just log in from the mobile and do it.
we will do one thing, Dr. Sushil. It will be quick for you now in 1 second, or should we take
Yeah,
Ankit?
absolutely. Just quick, I am just joining.
Okay.
Huh.
I think the instrument frequency is not captured in this Zoom application meeting.
Yes, sir.
Darpan, I am here now.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, now I'm playing.
Alkesh, just ask the admin to spotlight Dr. Sushil from the new login. 1
Already
second.
did, madam. Already did, madam.
He's already spotlighted. Okay.
Yeah.
So please try your tunes.
Is it audible?
No.
Sushil sir, have you logged out from the laptop device?
I logged out.
Because some digital interference will come with both the devices they logged in.
Is it audible?
Yes, now it's audible.
Shall I play Darpan now? Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Alkesh, you just listen once again. So just play for 10 seconds.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm not able to. Alkesh, are you able to hear?
No, sir. No, sir. We are not able to hear. The
Not able to hear.
speech is proper. Only the music is not
Let's
coming.
go with the
Zoom.
first performance. I will try other way, okay?
Yes,
So
sir.
I think with the laptop we are able to hear you, sir, the first time when you tried. So you just try to
Acha.
on the laptop only. We'll complete
Okay.
the performance.
I'll do that. You go for the first performance of the.
Yes. So Dr. Ankit, are you ready with your flute performance? Can we just try
Yes,
one?
but I think this Zoom meeting platform is not capturing the frequency of the
Yes, sir.
musical instrument. Mostly, I think it's only capturing the human voices. I think kind of filter they have in a.
Maybe that will be some inbuilt setting to reduce noise from coming to the meeting.
Yes. That's why they are not catching the
I'm not
musical
aware
instrument.
whether it's our technical. Can we ask our technical person, the technologies person, sir, in the Zoom meeting setting, can you as admin make some change to allow Dr. Ankit input? Is it possible? Are you aware of this limitation?
No, madam, I have no idea about that.
Not
The first
aware.
time it happened. But previously it was coming. Previously, when Ankit sir played, it's come properly.
Is it audible?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Not audible now.
Hello, Dr. Ankit Panchal. Hello. Is he there on the screen? Alkesh not able to see him on the screen.
You can't go for them. Yes, madam.
सर है स्क्रीन पर okay I'm not able to see him. What we can do is we'll request him, Alkesh, if you can ask him for a just a 1 minute to self video record or a 10 seconds and just share the file to you on the WhatsApp or email and you on your screen share then play it.
Yes, madam. So I'll ask.
Write
I'll
to
send.
him and tell him that, sir, you just put your mobile self camera and play it live 1 minute or whatever is his performance, a short file, not a very long file, because then you won't get it. So
Yes,
he
ma'am.
can share
So
it with you
what
on
I'll do now, this list
WhatsApp,
of
and you
member.
play it at the end of the Dr.
Yes, ma'am.
Sushil's performance.
So we
Okay.
have all these participants today. Now I'll email everyone. I have all the email address from this participant list. Now, so
So
once
just
I
say
get
to
the,
Dr.
I'll get the
Gupta, you
video.
can
Yeah.
WhatsApp, get in touch with him, take his
Yeah.
file, and play it after Sushil sir's performance. So Dr. Sushil will then move to you, Dr. Sushil Gawande sir. Yes.
Now audible?
Audible.
Yes. Darpan audible, I am confused from your facial expression. If it is audible, say, give me a thumb.
It's not able to hear at my end. Is anybody else able to hear it?
No, sir, we are not able to hear.
Dr. Sushil, so we'll suggest you also, sir, you can
Madam, I think
do your
the
video recording by
yes,
your
madam.
front mobile camera of 1 minute and send the file to Alkesh.
Huh.
Sir, you log off from the meeting, do your video recording live by
No,
putting the front camera
no.
and record that video file and
Alkesh,
WhatsApp to Alkesh.
Alkesh, what
Yes,
I'll
sir.
do, I'll send you a link of the one recording. You play it at your end.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Huh?
sir. Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, yes.
So then what we just now is that we'll move to the panel discussion, and
Yes.
Alkesh, meanwhile you just work on collecting these links, and or if the links are available now, you can is Ankit sir sent you any link or recording?
No, madam. I messaged him. He's
Then
sending. Yeah. He just sent the video.
you can see if Sushil sir is able to, you can play his link, then you can do the moderation of the question answer with the panel. Play it. One minute. Volume. Alkesh. This is also not audible.
It is full volume.
Huh?
It's full volume.
Are you able to hear it, Alkesh?
In my laptop, I can listen, but I think
Is anybody else able to hear the audio?
Not able to hear, Dr. Darpan.
Not able to,
No,
not able
can't
to.
hear. Can't hear.
I'll
Alkesh,
send this
you
video
have-
to. I'll
you
collect this performance and send email to everyone
you
who are
have to
participating today.
you'll have to increase the output of your speaker or of
It's
your
full.
laptop.
It's full, madam. Yeah.
Uh, see if there's any audio this thing output from your device, the speaker output of your device.
Dr. Alkesh, try going to more option in Zoom and changing that enable original sound. See if that helps.
Settings. Alkesh, go on the Zoom settings. Yeah, she's right. See, once again, see there's a audio button here, your screen sharing. On the
Yes, we
green
can hear.
light, your screen sharing. Just
Can you hear
click
madam
on
now?
that
We can hear.
button. Yeah, now it's audible. Yes. Thank you very much, Dr. Ankit Panchal. It is very wonderful listening to your very soulful flute music. We were able to listen to it during our webinar, music and mental health. Thank you so much and for your performance. And Alkesh, I request you to see if you can also play Dr. Sushil Gawande's recording or link.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sushil, for your performance. We are able to have you with us. I actually thought that you would give your video recording and he could play it WhatsApp, but I think you have shared the link of your YouTube.
Flute perform. Yes,
I'm
flute
not
perform.
aware whether we can actually do it or in our Zoom meeting. So would you
Yes.
like to share something about this? It is your own YouTube channel. You have made your own for your performances.
And I am basically trained in flute. So I'm a flutist. But
Okay.
alongside, then I play keyboard, harmonium, and then mouth organ and all other instruments. So this was a professional performance in one musical program, orchestra performance. Then it was recorded by some other people, which was uploaded on YouTube. So I have shared that, and I
I
think
hope that you have the permission to share it, right, in the Zoom meeting.
yes,
It
absolutely,
is on your
absolutely, it would
own
be my
YouTube.
pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So thank you so much, Dr. Sushil sir, for a great performance. And I think that now we will quickly request Alkesh, please ask the admin to spotlight all the three speakers, three musical performance, yourself and myself, for a quick 5 to 10 minute audience interaction session. The technology person, please spotlight Parker ma'am. Please spotlight Fabian sir, Dr. Peter, Dr. Sushil, Dr. Ankit, and Dr. Lisa, Dr. Alkesh, and myself. Uh, uh, Alkesh, you wanted to start the spotlight so you can make a panel. Alkesh, are you there? Okay, Siddha Technology, can you spotlight
Yeah, madam, I'm doing that. I'm doing.
आप पार्कर मैम, शुभांगी पार्कर मैडम लिखा है, स्पॉटलाइट देम, हर मैम.
And you also, no?
Yes.
Can you remaining, madam?
आप डॉक्टर शुभांगी पारकर हैं, वहां 3 डॉट्स रहेंगे. एज एडमिन आप स्पॉटलाइट करिए डॉक्टर शुभांगी पारकर मैम को.
No, I have seen it. If I spotlight, so it will remove all the remaining.
क्या हो रहा है?
एक minute.
अच्छा, I request all the speakers and the musical performers to please start their video camera. Today's admin ये लिंक किसके पास है? होस्ट आप है ना? This Siddha Technologies. Yes. Can you spotlight Dr. Fabian? Can you try Dr. Fabian, Dr. Peter? Yes. Can you add Dr. Fabian also in it? Dr. Fabian Almeida. Very good. Can you spotlight Dr. Lisa? Dr. Lisa. Can you spotlight Dr. Sushil? Can you spotlight Dr. Ankit Panchal if he is there in the meeting? Can you spotlight Alkesh Patil?
Yes.
Alkesh, please start your video camera if you can.
You have to first start the camera, madam.
Yeah,
Can you
there's some
spotlight me? Can you spotlight me, Dr. Darpan
Yeah,
Kaur?
yeah.
there's some technical error in my video. It's not getting up.
Okay. Right. So, Alkesh, do you want to just moderate the?
Yeah, madam, can you continue because my Zoom
Okay.
is not working. Hello, Darpan madam. Hello.
Yes, Alkesh.
Madam, we can continue this because I had this issue in this my mic and camera. It's not working.
Welcome to the panel discussion. So it's been a great session. Has Dr. Parker ma'am has been able to join? Is there any technical issue? Can you just try once again? Dr. Shubhangi Parker. Okay,
Video.
so
They are not started the video.
okay. We request the audience if there is any question or they want to share their comments, they can start their camera and speak live, or they can drop it in the chat box and the panel psychiatrist will be more than happy to answer it. Okay, Alkesh, if there is no question from the audience, can you read from the chat box any question, or you as a moderator want to ask any 1-2 questions? You can.
Yes, madam. Currently, there is no question. Once if any question, I'll tell you, madam.
Alkesh, as a moderator, you can ask a question.
Hello. Madam, in chat box, there is no question now currently.
As moderator, you can
Yes,
ask
madam.
a question.
Yes, madam. Thank you. First thing, I'd like to thank all the performers today. Even if there was technical glitch, but everyone stayed together and we tried to complete the performance. As Dr. Peter, like Dr. Peter explained, the way he used music therapy in his work, it was very excellent. I'd like to know more from Dr. Peter that what other applications does he try in his regular practices? Like, does he suggest music therapy for his patients or his any specific patient who he tells them that he can go for music therapy, and how does he use it in his regular practice?
Yeah, thank you for that question. See, again, disclaimer, as I said, whatever I learned was from the music therapist that came to our center. But also, I must say that there is such a dearth of trained music therapists that even the music therapist that would come to our center has actually left the practice, and she started something else because it was not financially viable. So, we have see as I was listening to this program, I realized there are two aspects to it. Something what Fabian mentioned and your music. I mean, the performers. There is music listening. Music in our day-to-day life, which has multiple benefits on our lives. It helps ourselves. It helps in community growth, in family bonding, in and just in social integration and just bring people together. But then there is the therapeutic aspect where we use music as therapy to help people that have issues, they're going through problems with anxiety, with mood changes, they're going through cognitive changes, they're going through memory issues. And definitely there is a role now, since there is a dearth of therapists. I do not know in Bombay and Gujarat, but in Goa definitely there is a dearth of therapists here. We can use these things in our day-to-day practice. Like what Lisa did was something very simple. She played the piano, but also helped us to meditate and to breathe and to be more calmer, So that if we can, I mean, but it is tough, but if we work in a team, we can use some of these principles with our patients. It does have a role. I mean, luckily, I mean, for me, I do run groups. And because I run groups, I'm able to put these. So right now, although I don't have a trained music therapist, I've got other two psychologists who are also musicians. And so they use it. They've kind of researched on themselves and they use these kind of techniques in practice, and we find it really benefiting. Again, with people with early dementia and mild cognitive therapy, it helps as part of a reminiscence therapy. So again, we say the memories, what Fabian mentioned is the memories that are attached to certain songs, certain lyrics, bring in and help them to express those forgotten areas of their lives, and it comes back into the fold, and it plays a huge role. So right now, I know we're working with two seniors who've got MCI, and we use music therapy to rekindle past memories. So it does help there. And I would suggest that beyond medication, we have to look at alternative therapies. Expressive based therapies is wonderful. Not only do we use art, but we use also dance therapy. Sorry, music, we use dance, we use art, and we use drama therapy. So all this actually helps together to help people, especially with our clients with schizophrenia who've lost social skills. We train them through using these therapies and in working practical day-to-day life. Right now, I've started an employment-based program for people with psychiatric disorders and neurodiversity. And here we train them in different situations that they may come across using these art-based therapies. Yeah, so it does play a role.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Uh, I'd like to ask Fabian, sir, like he explained music in his own personal life, how it helped him. But I want to know from him whether he can share any experience or any incidents in his patient's treatment, that how music helped some patient, any incidents he can remember. Hello. Fabian, say you're mute. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, I think I use music in my waiting room, and I make sure that instrumental music that is played keeps everybody's mood better before they see me, so my work gets easier, and continues to keep my mind calm through everything that works during the opening. So I've found instrumental music work well for me and my patients in the waiting hall and in the OPD. Secondly, I try to do an inventory with my patients. What does music mean to them? Some of them, we've even had some patients get up and tell my receptionist, enough of this music, please put it off. It's not working well for me. So I think it reminds me of the fact that one man's music is another man's migraine. And we have to respect that as well. Some people are triggered adversely by the music around them. And we know that some of them are in such a state of depression or anxiety that they cannot tolerate any other sound, no matter what it is and how pleasant it may be for us. So we need to respect that. And then when I come to know sometimes from our patients that music meant a lot to them, but now it no longer does, because depression and anxiety can take the colors out of your life and properly sweep the ground of your feet. So we then gradually introduce them back to music and help them to believe that if music was part of their beautiful, happier, colorful days, it can be brought back to make much more meaning for them. I remember this one instant, Alkesh, where we had a couple that were going through a lot of problems, and they were both music teachers. And through the tension and problems that they were going through in their marital life, personal and professional, music had meant to be nothing to them. And then finally, when we called them to do music with our daycare people, they started getting back to their music. And surprisingly, or probably with no surprise, their relationship got better with each other. So this, I think it reminds me of the movie Abhiman. Uh, Amitabh Bachchan and Jaya Bhaduri on the same lines. So
Yes.
it is something that we can keep in mind. Like Dr. Peter said, we have to go beyond just our neurochemicals and the modalities of treatment that we do so stereotypically. We can keep music as one of our in the background and see how it can be customized. That's the beauty of music, that it can be customized according to the patient you have and help them for a better and a brighter life.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'd like to ask Dr. Sushil, as we all can see, he's multi-talented. He's topper in his his batch. He's playing keyboard. He's also playing flute. I would like to know from Dr. Sushil how he takes out time to manage his hobbies along with his work.
Am I audible, Alkesh?
Yes.
Yeah.
If I have some work to do, okay, and if I have two people around me, one is completely free and other one is busy, I would prefer to give that work to the person who is busy, because chances of him doing that work is more than a person who is not doing anything. I think if we find these hobbies as a work, then it is difficult. But if we find it as something which is helping ourselves, then it helps us. Means what I do, I keep my flutes in my car. Many a times I carry my harmonium in car. In my clinic also, sometimes instruments are there. So whenever we get a time, I just play it, and then you feel so relaxed. One good thing about music, means I was now when you people were talking, I was playing a song, "Chhu Kar Mere Man Ko" on keyboard. So, and I was trying to distract myself. Means I was trying to listening to Fabian at the same time trying to play this song, but I couldn't play. My notes were wrong. So then I decided not to listen Fabian for a minute, and then I concentrated on the notes, and then I played it right. So that happens with the music. If you connect it rightly, put your entire attention there, then only you can play it well. Otherwise, if you are distracted. So in a way, when we play any instrument, it's like a meditation, and it gives you a lot of energy to work again. So it's not at all tiring thing. And I think that's the reason I am able to carry on all these hobbies along with my career.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'll like to ask Dr. Lisa, like she mentioned that she has started playing again with her son now, and she started to learn again with her son. So what is her experience? Like what things she has seen changed in her when she stopped playing it and when started again? What is her feeling?
Actually, somewhere I think life gets so busy with the routine of our practice, be it, all different roles, that somewhere uh, uh, you think that, okay, you need to start something different. You need to give that jolt to yourself to get going so that you can do the best for yourself, for people around you, as well as your patients. So I think somewhere we ourselves have to, so that is where it started. Like it has to start somewhere. So my son was my motivator in this situation. But yes, it has helped me tremendously because I noticed that when I start my day with some sort of relaxation, it goes much better off. So, yes, it has helped me a lot to focus on my work, to better deal with things. That is on a very honest note, I would say.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, madam. I'd like to ask Dr. Darpan her comments on today's session and in what is her own experience about music and mental health.
Thank you so much. First thing is, this has been an excellent session, and I'm sorry for my voice. And I was also having some little, I think, sore throat. So the thing is that my emotions resonate. That all the psychiatrists who have interest in music, who spoke on music, and who played their instruments, I think that they're all very passionate psychiatrists. It reflects in their interest in music as well as interest in their work. So it has been a great session. And as somebody put it, that maybe it's the first of its kind that, we've had it on Zoom with the speaker panel and discussed its relevance to mental health, psychiatry, its applications, and have tried to put in some performances. So Alkesh, congratulations to you for being the convener and moderating this session. And congrats to our whole team, which comprises of Dr. Mulmule, who is the advisor, myself as chairperson, Dr. Alkesh as convener, and we have Dr. Amol as the EC coordinator, and Dr. Lisa, Dr. Sanjana, and we have Dr. Nisarg. We are the three members. They are the three members in our art and culture subcommittee. So our program today, we've had psychiatrists from, it's truly from the Western zone, because we've had participation from Maharashtra, Gujarat and Goa represented in the speakers and the musical performance, as well as our art and cultural committee. So I think it's been very, very deeply insightful. Anyone listens to this whole session can get so much inspiration, even as a musician, as a psychiatrist, as a creative person, as a, in any forms of creativity. And even as I made my comment that music connects with spirituality. So I think that across all spheres and domains, there's also connect with music with creativity, music with spirituality. So my personal experience, Alkesh, with music has been that I like music. I have not performed music, but I like dancing. And I don't sing, but I like to listen to music. And music generally, I think, pets people up, can lift the mood, can make people happy, can connect people, and all genres of music, whether it is, Indian, whether it's ancient, whether it's classical, whether it is Western, whether, it's across instrumental music or music with Bollywood music or songs. So much of, like music adds a lot of color, beauty, charm, happiness. And for a lot of people, say, who like singing, who like dancing, who like creativity, or even if they would just like music, it will make them happy. So at a personal level, if I listen to music, or I share my childhood experiences as well, that I always felt that listening to music helped me, simultaneously do my work, or whenever there is like, an exam or something, or if there is, some creative work that I have to do, listening to music would always help enhance creativity or learning for a lot of people. And I think that just generally some kind of music can make us relaxed. And spirituality, like in whatever, religions that, or spiritualities that people like believe in. So in music plays a role, and a lot of our culture, our spirituality links to music and mental health. And I think that listening to even spiritual experiences, which are combined with music, say across different belief systems, can help enhance spirituality in individuals. This is my personal belief system, and music helps individually, to me, to connect, to be able to relax sometimes at a different level. And also it helps in some level of creativity, some insights, and generally individually makes me very happy and relaxed, and I feel more connected to society, individual humanity. So I feel that music is kind of a path towards an enhanced spirituality. This is my thinking. Okay, thank you so much. Right.
Thank you. Thank you so much, madam. So with this, we move on to our vote of thanks. And I'll first like to thank Dr. Sudhir Bhave sir for supporting this initiative, and Dr. Darpan, because she has came up with this idea of keeping every month one CME on one of the art and cultural thing with the mental health. And we are able to do 3 sessions still in these 3 months. And hopefully this full year we will be able to do more and more sessions with more and more participants. I'd like to thank our speakers, Dr. Shubhangi Parker Madam, Dr. Peter Sir, Dr. Fabian Sir for being speaker for today. And also I'd like to thank our musical performances today, Dr. Sushil Sir, Dr. Ankit, and Dr. Lisa Madam. And also I'd like to thank all the participants